Now we're going to go through adding a post. And let me show you first where a post will show up. A post will show up under news and events. So if you click on news and events, you'll see posts, and they'll be in alphabet or in by date, excuse me. And the most recent will be at the top, and the older ones towards the bottom. If we click on underneath news and events archives, we'll get a listing of all of our stories by month and by category. So we'll go back to news and events. And right now we have eWeek and a sample post. And the most recent posts will also show up over here on the right hand side column. And you can see we have eWeek and sample post. So the top 3 posts that are most recent are going to show up on the right hand side as well. So it's a kind of handy feature. When they're on the home page, they can immediately tell that there's some news or updates that have happened. So let's go back to the dashboard. And to get to posts, we're going to click on posts over here on the left hand side. And this is where all our main navigation is going to be. And when you click on posts, you're going to get a list of the most recent posts, or all the posts actually. And the most recent will be at the top, and then it'll go down from there. So let's say we want to add a new post. We'll start with adding a new post. You're going to go over to the left hand side, excuse me, and under posts, click on add new. Give it a second to load. And you'll be brought to an editing screen. At the top, you're going to enter your title, and in the next box is your main content. And it's basically a what you see is what you get editor, which basically means you don't have to do any code. There is the option to do code, which you can see on the right hand side next to visual, these tabs. It says visual and HTML. If you click HTML, it'll take you to a HTML editor, where you could do CSS, HTML, or any other coding, JavaScript, you could place in there. So we'll go back to the visual one. Up at the top, you have your toolbar, very similar to Microsoft Word or any other publishing program. You have bold, italic, strike through. Then you have lists, block quote, centered, left, right. And then you have your language, which we're going to keep with English pretty much. And then these two at the far right, C forms, this is to insert like a contact form. I'm not going to be too worried about that. And the one to the left of that is to insert a shop product or category. So you can mess around with either one of those. Anything you do in here, you can delete, and it will not affect the site at all. Or if you publish it, you can immediately delete it, and it will remove itself from the actual site. So there's nothing you really can mess up in this screen. So we'll just type something, type a message here, and you can format it. However you like. And so we could underline this and make it a heading. The other nice feature in here, you can change the text color, make it this blue. And let's say we want to make this a link to something. We come up here and we see the chain. And if we click on the chain, it'll bring up a little box that'll allow us to enter our link URL. Make sure you include the HTTP :// before the address. And then a target, you can have it open in the same window or a new window. And don't worry about title or class. So cancel for right now. And that's how you would add this as a link. So you type your text first, then highlight it and click on the chain. The other nice feature in here is that you can copy and paste from a Word file. So if you go over in the middle here on the second row, you'll see paste from Word, a little clipboard with a Word icon. Click it, and you can directly paste in here and then click insert, and it'll insert the text that you have in your Word document into this document. So you don't have to retype the message or the event or whatever it is. Excerpt we're not going to worry about. That's basically would be a short summary of what the article is about or the post. In your particular configuration, it does not matter. So we'll scroll down, take a look at the other things. Send trackbacks, we're not going to worry about. Custom fields, not going to worry about. And then discussion, we want to probably leave allow comments on the post and allow trackbacks. You want to leave allowed trackbacks and pingbacks for sure. And then you can decide if you want to have comments or not on the post. All comments have to be approved by the administrator, so nothing will show up on the site until somebody approves it. So you don't have to worry about somebody posting something automatically showing up and it being content that you don't want on the site. Below that, we have RS event. And this is how you're going to add this as an event. Let's say you want this to be an event as well. So this post is an upcoming event, and this will allow it to show over here under upcoming events on the main site. So we'll select a day, and we'll select a month and a year 2010, and we'll select an hour, and you select a minute. And so once you've got that selected, only if this is an event you do need to do this. And then we'll come over here and we're going to click event under categories. So categories, you have events, knowledge base, news and updates. If you click here, you can add a new category. So we could add articles per se, and then you could also have that be under another category. So you could have articles be under knowledge base, and then you click add, and it'll add it, and then you can click articles. We're just going to go with events on this one. And then we'll scroll up to the top here, and you can add tags. Basically, tags are keywords about the post. So we'll say this is an event, and we could say this is in New Mexico. And we'll say New Mexico Society of Professional Engineers. So you can add any tags that are relevant to the actual post. Once you've got it all figured out and everything that you want in the post, you can either click Save Draft and come back to it later. That'll just save a copy. Or you can click Preview and preview it before you publish it. And then once you've done either of those and you're ready to go and publish it, you click Publish. So we'll click Preview first, and it'll open it up and show us a preview of our message. Then we can go back and say, you know what, we want to change some of these things. And we'll go back in here and we can change stuff. And then once we're ready to publish, we'll click Publish. And we'll see, we'll reload the page. And we'll see under upcoming events, we have now two. We have eWeek and we have title. And then under news and events, we have our new post under title. So basically that's adding a post. And now we'll go back and quickly go through how to edit a post. Editing is very similar. It's going to be all the same functions, but you're only going to come under, you're going to go under post and then click on any of whichever story you want to edit. Once you click on it, it'll bring you back to that page that's got the title, the text area, and other options. Edit any part of it that you want, and then once you're done editing, come over here and click Update Post, and that'll update it on the site. So basically that's a quick run through of posting and editing posts. And mind you, those are only for the news and events section. So all posts are going to fall under that. And then also if you select it as an event, it'll go under upcoming events. And when we click on title, it will take us to the same page under upcoming events, and they'll be able to see the event.